is, I hate to use that, but it is a type of trauma response. And so suppressing who you are is because something along the way told you it wasn't okay. And I don't know, where you are in your life. And if it is something where expressing yourself would be unsafe, by all means, stay safe, because that's more important. But if you've left certain dynamics and you're kind of finding yourself again, for me, the first thing I was able to do was start writing. And that is where some of my healing began. Until now, I'm at a point where I can express myself. And there are still moments that it's uncomfortable. But we're all worthy of being heard, of being listened to, of being received, and of being reciprocated in ideas and energy exchanges and existing together. And so to be in relationships where you feel like you can't is not the right space for you. And any space that forces you to be silent is not the right space for you to be in. Healthy relationships will not require you to be less of yourself. So just something to be mindful. Another way to balance out your throat chakra is to breathe into your stomach. And this is good for overly excessive or deficient blockages. So, taking slow, deep breaths. And you breathe deeply into your stomach so that it expands gently. And then you focus on the sensation. And breathing in itself is its own healing work in whatever you have going on. If you feel like a little bit off, some breathing exercises can help either to calm you down or to give you space to process. So there's some really great herbs, some teas and things. Peppermint, elderberry, clove, cinnamon, echinacea, spearmint, fennel, and slippery elm. I personally I think it's True Medicinals or something like that, where they have kind of like for flu season, for sore throat and things like that, and they have some of these herbs in here. Color therapy, definitely go outside, wear blue, surround yourself in blue, stare at the sky, hoping, that the sky is blue, being by the ocean, wherever you can immerse yourself in the color of blue. And blue is also a very calming color. And gratitude, how interesting. Sometimes our throat chakras are blocked because our minds are too full of worries and resentments. That thing hit harder than it. I'm going to repeat it. Because it says in number 9, inwardly say thank you to life. Sometimes our throat chakras are blocked because our minds are too full of worries and resentments. By saying thank you to life for what you have been given, all of your chakras, particularly your throat chakra, will expand. So I will recommend, as you journal or send voice notes or what have you, also either start or end, and you can do it twice a day, whatever. These are just tools. What are you grateful for? 1 thing to 3 things every day. I'm grateful for, waking up this morning. It can be as simple as open up my eyes being able to breathe on my bed, whatever. It will help kind of open that up. Meditate with crystals. Some of my favorites that are blue, I have it's sodalite. Lapis lazuli is a really great one. Larimar they have. Azurite, I just got some azurite as well. Aquamarine, blue kyanite. I have some of these in my store. Tanzanite, which is a favorite. Listen carefully. If you're unable to speak aloud, listening helps understand. I think the biggest thing is having compassion for yourself, for others, but mostly yourself, and knowing that, you wouldn't yell at somebody who's figuring things out. Why would you turn that heavy, like, I should be able to do this energy to yourself? We don't always have the words, and that's okay too, right? It's okay to be growing and not knowing who you are yet, and not know what your authentic voice is, but knowing that you're worthy of being able to figure out what it is, to allow it to change, to grow. Another way of balancing it out, screaming and laughing, like that belly laugh is always good. That's always good in healing. Screaming. Sometimes you get very frustrated and you just go into the room or scream into a pillow. Sometimes you need that when you get too much just piling up into your chest. Yoga is always the vibe. I've been off of my practice for a while, but some of the stretches, I don't even know any of these. Fish, lion, plow pose, or rolling your neck around gently to stimulate blood flow. Sing! Sing to yourself. Sing aloud. Don't all of these kind of give you the vibe of joy? Like, I don't know. What are the things you do when you're the most joyous? I know for me it's singing. I know for me it's dancing, cackling with my friends, being loud. All of these things are vibes of rejoicing. Cleanse the throat chakra with essential oils like frankincense, ylang ylang, eucalyptus, clove, rosemary, myrrh. Drink pure water, so filtered water. And throat chakra visualization. Ooh, I'm going to create a meditation for this. This says, imagine a throbbing. Oh, you can also look on YouTube for guided meditations with the throat chakra, so that might be useful. But this says, imagine a throbbing or swirling ball of luminescent blue light in your throat chakra area. Feel the ball of blue energy dissolving all blockages or aggressive flows of energy within you. Spend time in silence. Get a neck massage. How about that life? That sounds good to me. And boundaries, baby. Practice being assertive. Instead of saying yes all the time, start saying no to what you really want to say no to. And you might feel guilt in the first time, but you'll also realize that saying no to somebody for something also means saying yes to yourself. And so here are some of the affirmations that they have. I express myself with confidence. I speak my truth openly and freely. I honor my opinion. And I speak lovingly. And so there you go. Speak with your chest. As in, connect your heart with your throat and speak from there. speak from the compassion of yourself. Mars and Gemini, there's a little bit of everything. It can become where our throat chakras are overly excessive. But this is just a time to have fun, make jokes, be lighthearted, assert yourself, and ensure that you are upholding your boundaries, not only by saying them, but by embodying them. And also be careful of gossip and being petty, right? So listen more and just be in the moment. No, I think because of being in a marginalized existence, silencing has been the biggest weapon. And why is it the biggest weapon? It's the biggest weapon because we are a creative community. We do have innovative ideas. We do have things that have and will continue to change the world. And so silencing who you are, your art, your creations, it's the work missing from our liberation. And so honor your talents and your gifts. Speak life into them. We literally create spells with what we say and with what we do, but speaking is one of our most powerful tools. And so be mindful of that. We all need every single piece of art, business, idea, thought, creation, experiences, stories, in whatever form that exists, right, in order to do this freedom work. And that's what I've really been thinking about, is like freedom work, as my therapist put it, because y'all already know, healing can be happiness and joy. And I think to add another layer to that is to be able to share that happiness and that joy with our communities, to collectively partake in joy and happiness, is its own form of freedom and ancestral healing. And so have God's chakras aligned, because trauma leads to silence. Trauma leads to illness in our body. And when I have suppressed myself the most is literally when I've had the most colds, the most just heaviness in my body until I was ill. And so let that shit go. Sometimes you gotta let people know where they had you fucked up. It's a freeing experience. It doesn't mean cussing at everybody, right? Another way to unblock your throat chakra is cussing. So if you feel something on your spirit, do not censor yourself. That's part of it. Because that's part of being your most authentic self. So, yeah. But overall, being silent is the oppressor's tool. Not being able to be confident, to fight this idea of perfectionism, to enforce this idea of unbelonging and imposter syndrome, to think that you don't have the right to dream and exist in a world of your own creation beyond your fantasies, to close yourself